Hello everyone, it's your boy Fluffy Cakes here to say Happy New Year! Yippee! Alright, now that the cringe intro is out of the way, let's get into the video. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I don't know about you guys, but this year has been kinda crazy. At least for me it has. From finally getting to a point where I'm happy with my art, to doing what I can to help my parents gain custody of my cousin, I've done a lot this year despite feeling like I haven't done anything at all. I'm just gonna yap about stuff that happened this year, so bear with me. Ahaha! I'll try to keep everything in order. To start, I had to get my antidepressants changed, and it took months to find something that finally worked. During that time, my mental obviously wasn't doing great, but I think the side effects were the worst part. Stomach pain, headaches, dizziness, inability to sleep, increased hallucinations, and weight loss had me reeling for a good while. Finally found something that works, and I'm alright now for the most part. I say that because I think one of those medications gave me IBS or something like that, and I'm still struggling with it. I'm running to the bathroom to shit my brains out after having a handful of fruit snacks. Shit is crazy, dude. Other than that, I now have a small dose of anxiety medication that I take to help me sleep. Next up is the wacky, stressful adventure of doing my best to help my parents get custody of my baby cousin. I'm not gonna get into it, but everything worked out in the end. An honorable mention is the Desk Slammers podcast. The three of us live in different time zones, and each of us has been super busy and unable to get together to record. I still want to continue to do stuff with that channel, so expect some solo podcasts from just me or me and some of my other friends. Holy shit, that sentence was redundant. I do the art, the recording, and the editing all on my own. While I have been offered assistance, I'd feel awful not paying, and I don't really have the means to do that. I also feel like I'm not large enough to warrant help, since people who watch me are my family or my friends. Third, I really enjoy doing IRL content like baking or showing off my farm animals. The problem with this is my immense fear of getting doxxed. It doesn't matter that my channel is small, it's still a huge deal. Of course we have weapons and security systems, but it's still scary, so I don't know how much of that I will be doing. Fourth, I love streaming, but my internet makes it very difficult to do so unless it's from my phone, but I do all my art on my iPad and games on my computer, so when it comes to streams, I'm pretty limited. Despite all that, I still want to find something that works because I love streaming. I'd like to make a Discord for this channel, but seeing how dead I let the Desk Slammers one go get whatever, I don't know how to word that, I don't think I'll be making one for a while. The reason I wanted to make a Discord is to show works in progress and fun leaks from my comic as well as other exclusive art that I won't share anywhere else. This is something I do in my friend Curtis Beard's Discord, and the reason I wanted to make my own. It's still up in the air if I will or will not make a Discord, at least for now. Speaking of my comic, let's move on to the next part. While I yap, I'll put the relevant art up on screen. This past year, I have finally gotten to a point where I like my own art. Of course, I'm not gonna stop trying to improve, but I'm finally at a point where I don't hate everything I make, and I'm very happy about this. I've been practicing my art for years, hoping to get my art to a point I feel is acceptable to myself before creating any big project. Thus, I began making my own comic, Threads of Abnormality, or TOA for short. Not much is out yet, but I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty much every OC you will see of mine is part of that universe. Feel free to ask me questions about it. I'll answer them as long as it's not too spoilery. I will say I had absolutely no idea what to call my comic because it's really just a bunch of OC stories that are connected one way or another. So basically what I did is searched up, quote, cool words for weird magic and connected stories, unquote, then chose some words I liked and dumbed it down until I got the name we have now. I actually cringed really hard at the name, but I can't think of anything else, and I also feel like it's too late to change it now. The final thing I will say about TOA is there are a lot of main characters and there will be a lot of jumping around from one to another. I get that having more than one MC can be a lot, so if it's not your kind of thing, I completely understand. Moving on, for the past few months, I've slowly been chipping away at making my VTuber model. It's extremely tedious and confusing, so while I have all the sketches done, the actual refinement drives me up a wall. I'm thinking about making a PNG tuber model for the meantime, so I have something, you know? Next topic, content. I actually really love making content, and I'm sad I didn't do much this year. From making the content to posting, consuming, I love everything about it. For 2025, I hope to get off my ass and start pushing some stuff out. I don't see YouTube as a place I can or would make money, but I'm in it for the love of the game, baby. Let's talk about what I want to do for this year. Besides just actually streaming or posting more videos and showing off my comic, I really enjoy playing games and want to post more content of me playing them. Of course, I love baking and cooking, so I want to make more videos and streams doing just that. I have a lot of animation projects going on in the background, so I definitely should stream or at least talk about them more since they take up a pretty big chunk of my time. One thing that everyone knows about me is that I love to yap and I love being dramatic. I want to start making unscripted videos where I just talk about something I want to talk about. This video is scripted pretty loosely in case you were wondering. The last type of content I want to talk about making is learning other languages. It's a personal goal of mine to be able to say something in as many other languages as I can. Spanish is my main goal because it's everywhere where I live and a lot of my family speaks it. I've been practicing Spanish for years, but for some reason my brain just really struggles to retain it. Japanese is another language I've been serious about learning. It started as a weeb thing, but I'm actually really genuinely interested in it. My main focus will still be Spanish, and you guys can just watch me struggle to retain it. It's rough. That is it for this video. I'm gonna cut it here because I'm starting to ramble and I've gotten everything out that I wanted to. I hope you guys enjoyed and I appreciate you all for watching if you still are. I'll link both my Instagram and TikTok in the description since I post my comics on both, so check them out if you're interested. I wrote this script, recorded, and edited all this within a few hours, so I hope it's okay. Happy New Year, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye!